Steelers. The second of 2 games tonight. It's the Browns and Steelers underway to wrap up week 2. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year. It's Nick Chubb. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Watson now going to run the option right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. You look at this Steeler defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 28. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only to about the 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Chubb will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
York able to send this one through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I heard from
guys. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
You need my glasses? Are you blind or something? Here we go, here we go. Let's go, oh! Let's go, oh!
Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Calling a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it out. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain moving. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Harris running straight ahead, and he stopped immediately there. Myles Garrett, the all-pro defensive end, there on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Austin. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Four yards remain for second down. To throw is Watson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Watson. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. What a nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's fourth down. York able to send this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Taken down at the 42.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Pickett back to throw. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Pick it up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll go down at the 28.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman.
These two teams making their
last-minute
adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
This could be it. This could be the turning point.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for 21 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's an excellent run right there on 2nd and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're in 3rd and manageable and back on schedule and trying to pick up a 1st down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He got 29 yards that time.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Now a give, running left is Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's another carry for Harris. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Pickett sets up play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Boswell's kick is good, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Pickett will look to throw it here. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
This is 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Watson. Into the hands of Cooper.
The Browns needed a true #1 receiver when they dealt for Cooper, and he took on that role immediately. Over 1,100 yards and a career-best 9 touchdowns in 2022. Their now established top target picks up a 1st down.
Watson to throw.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from you.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last